You are the heiress of Kim Enterprises, and your grandfather arranged your marriage with your childhood friend Jungkook, the CEO of John Enterprises. His girlfriend is Jessica, and your stepsister is Chloe. Jessica is a manipulative girl who convinced Jungkook that you bullied her throughout her childhood, and Jungkook believed her. Whereas Jessica, Chloe, and her boyfriend Justin were the ones who bullied you throughout your childhood. After 5 years, you are back with high educational qualification to rule your empire. But now, Jungkook hates you. A detailed video of Jungkook hating you is pinned in the comment section below. Please take a look. Wyan's point of view. Today is the evening I'll be finally meeting Jungkook and his family at the anniversary celebration. I still don't know what he feels about this merger and marriage. I'm not expecting him to love me and continue to live as a normal couple. But I just hope we handle this situation in a civilized manner. At the event. Hey Grandpa and Grandma. Oh my God, Wyan, you look so gorgeous. You look lovely, sweetheart. I grabbed a drink. Wyan, dear, please come here. Mr. and Mrs. John were standing there. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. John. Happy anniversary to you too. Oh my God, you have grown so big and beautiful, Wyan. The last time when I saw you, you were a teenager. You look exactly like your mother, dear, she said and hugged me. Wyan, did you meet Jungkook? He would be so happy to meet you. I guess she is still not aware that I and Jungkook are no longer friends. No, we haven't met yet. I told her, and immediately she started looking for him in the crowd. I took the opportunity and excused myself to the restroom. I could hear some girls giggling and talking. I can't believe Jungkook gifted you such an expensive necklace. It's almost worth millions. Of course it's expensive. Jungkook always gives me the best things. This time I heard Jessica's voice. She still sounds the same, loud and mean. I don't know why they want Jungkook to marry that ugly fat girl Wyan, Jessica said. Maybe she's behind his money. After all, he's one of the richest bachelors. The other one said. They continued to talk about me for another 5 minutes and then they finally decided to leave. I sighed in relief once they left the restroom. Even after so many years, she still hates me without any specific reason. Maybe some people never change. I quickly exited the restroom. I headed straight towards the bar and asked for something to drink. I was looking around when I felt someone's gaze on me. I looked up to meet Jungkook. He looked more handsome in real life. I saw Jessica beside him. She was talking to him, but he kept staring at me. I was busy sipping my wine when I felt a tap on my shoulder. I turned back to see Jungkook behind me. Hey, have we met before? He asked while smiling politely. I was about to tell him that I am Wyan, his childhood friend whom he left behind. Before that, Mr. John started. Well, may I have your attention please? It's almost been 27 years since I married this beautiful woman and it was one of the best decisions to marry her. I'm so glad to have her in my life. We also have a very special announcement. Today our son John Jungkook is going to step into his new phase of life. He announced and immediately Jungkook excused himself and started walking towards the stage. We wanted our son Jungkook to start this beautiful journey with someone who can handle him, or rather say bear with him and his messy habits. Someone who can tolerate his mood swings and odd working hours. I saw Jungkook standing on the stage giving a fake smile to the people. It looks as if someone has forced him to be here. I guess we both have a similar situation now. Gladly, that wonderful woman with whom our son is getting married is here with us today. She is Miss Kim Wyan, the heiress of Kim Enterprises. Wyan, can you please come to the stage, dear? Taking slow step towards the stage, I felt my heart pounding harder. Ah, here comes my beautiful daughter-in-law. He welcomed me with a warm hug. All the best, dear. Soon we exchanged our rings. Jungkook harshly put the ring on my finger. I could sense he wanted to leave from here. Once we both exchanged our rings, everyone clapped and cheered excitedly. Jungkook's point of view. I arrived at the venue. All the arrangements for the anniversary was handled very well by my staff. Soon we were all together. While Chloe was talking to Jessica, Justin was discussing his new project with me and Jimin. Wow, who is she? Justin said. I turned back to see whom he was talking about when my breath hitched as I saw the beauty walking down. She looked stunning. I could hardly take my eyes off her. Who is that? Chloe and Jessica said together. Even I don't know her. She is hot though, Justin replied, which resulted in him getting a small punch from Chloe. Well, have anyone met YN yet? Jimin asked. The thought of her spoiled my whole mood. Well, I didn't see her at the party, Jessica replied. Do you know anything about her arrival, Chloe? After all, she's your sister. She's not my sister. She can never be my sister. Babe, I'm going to use the restroom. Jessica walked away. Have you seen your soon-to-be wife yet? Again, someone had to spoil my mood by mentioning that girl. I was sipping my drink when I saw her again. She was looking around the room and suddenly her eyes caught mine. I couldn't take my eyes off her. She avoided her gaze, but I was still looking at her. I don't know what it was that I was so captivated by her. You should stop staring at her like that. It's kinda creepy. Jimin teased me. You already have a girlfriend and a fiancé now. He chuckled, making me roll my eyes. I have a feeling that I know her from somewhere, but I can't remember where. Then go and ask her yourself. I took his advice. As she turned towards me, I got lost in those hazel eyes. Damn, she looks even more gorgeous in close-up. If Jessica wasn't there in my life, I will definitely ask her out. Hey, have we met before? She was about to answer when I heard Dad talking on the mic. YN's point of view. After the engagement ceremony, I was about to join them when someone suddenly grabbed my arm harshly and dragged me to a spare room. I was pushed on the cushion. I saw Jungkook closing the door, but during the whole time his eyes were fixed on me. What do you want, Jungkook? I want you to get one thing in your thick skull, that I will never accept you as my wife. You can't even have that place in my heart or in my life. I know a gold digger like you who just want money, but I don't even know you would agree to marry someone just for money. I'm just marrying you for the sake of my dad and the company. Don't even expect me to do anything for you throughout this marriage. The only woman that can ever be in my heart is Jessica. He hissed angrily. He's just the same how I thought he would be. Well, Jungkook, I'm marrying you for the sake of Kim Enterprises. I don't expect anything from you either. Also, I don't need to be a gold digger. I am the heiress of Kim Enterprises. And even if I don't hold this position, I am capable of earning for myself. Maybe it is you, Jessica, who needs financial support. And next time you want to talk about something important, then you can politely ask me to come aside rather than dragging me. I immediately opened the door and headed straight towards my car. I had enough drama for the day. Jungkook's point of view. That girl actually had the audacity to talk back to me. Because of her, my perfect life planning with Jessica got ruined. I quickly got out of the room and searched for Jessica at the party, but she was nowhere to be found. Her phone was switched off. I sensed something was wrong. Jessica never turned off her phone, never. Once I reached her apartment, I knocked the door twice, but still didn't get any response from her. At last, I opened the door with the spare key I had with me. I saw an envelope on the bed. Dear Jungkook, I'm so sorry. I can't take this anymore. I can't see you marrying Ryan, and it would be selfish if I ask you not to do so. I know my decision will hurt you, but this is best for us. I'm going away from all this, Jungkook. This is the only way we both can be happy. If you ever loved me, please don't come after me or try to find me. Have a happy life, Jungkook. Jessica. No, she can't leave me. I stood up and looked around her room. I noticed her belongings were missing. Her wardrobe was empty, her vanity and desk were all cleared. I sat there holding that letter, still processing what had actually happened. I lost the most precious thing. I lost my love. I lost Jessica. I will make sure you will regret marrying me, Ryan. I will make you regret coming back here. I will make your life a living hell that you would beg for death, but you still won't get that. Ryan's point of view. It's been more than 2 hours since I'm sitting in front of the mirror. I took my wedding dress and wore it. The lacy mermaid dress fits me perfectly. I saw Grandma along with Jungkook's mom entering the room. They were astonished to see me. "Dear, you look just like your mother, absolutely beautiful." Grandma wipes her tears with a napkin. "It's time to go, Ryan," Grandpa said. I nodded and stood up. I wore my heels and walked towards him. "You look beautiful, dear." I smiled weakly at him. I held the bouquet of flowers in one hand and tucked my other arm with Grandpa. We were walking down the aisle. I held my breath and set my eyes on the altar where Jungkook stood looking devilishly handsome in his black tuxedo. Grandpa handed me to Jungkook. "Please treat her well, son." I turned towards Jungkook and the priest starts. "We all are gathered here on a glorious day to witness the union of John Jungkook and Kim Wyan." As we finished our vows, we exchanged our rings and the priest declared us as husband and wife. "You may kiss the bride now." He pulls my veil up and set it back. I watched him nervously as his lips drew closer. Closing my eyes, I waited for them to touch my lips, but it never did. Instead, his lips connected with my cheek, just close to my mouth. But to the crowd, it looks as if he kissed me. His lips barely touching my skin as he quickly pulled away. The whole ride to his house was silent. I got out of the car after Jungkook. I followed him behind. As we got inside the mansion, I didn't see any humans around the house. There were no maids, no butler. He suddenly stopped in front of a room and entered. I followed him behind. I was busy examining the room when I heard door getting shut. I turned to see Jungkook standing right behind me. He was standing so close that I could smell his cologne. "Being my wife, we will share this room. You need to fulfill all your duties. There will be no servants in the mansion, so you need to make sure you do all my work. I expect you to make my meal every day, organize my clothes and my other stuff. The mansion cleaning will be handled by the maid. You can go to work once you have done all the work. Apart from this, you need to fulfill all your wife duties, including pleasing your husband. You got it?" I could see his eyes were burning in anger. Without arguing about anything, I nodded my head. "I want words," he shouted. "Yes," I replied without raising my eyes. I was scared now, scared about the outcome if I denied him. He has the power to ruin my only chance to save my mother's company. "Remove your clothes. We need to consummate our marriage now," he smirked. I was shocked at the statement. I didn't think he would ask this since we both know the circumstance in which we got married. I was about to tell him no. "I won't repeat myself. Do as I say or else you know what I'm capable of." I hesitantly moved my hand near my dress zipper. I pulled my zip down when Jungkook harshly grabbed my arm and stopped me. He then suddenly slapped me so hard that I fell on the floor. Before I can understand what is happening, he grabbed my face and made me look into his eyes. "Did you really think I will consider sleeping with a girl like you? I guess it's quite normal for you to drop your clothes and sleep with different men. Isn't that the same thing you did 5 years ago? Making out with a guy, then purposely leaking your own video for attention?" I could sense the hate, anger and frustration in his voice, and at this point, I just wanted to crawl in my bed and cry out loud. I want to tell him the truth about everything. About that night, about the torture which I faced before running away. But I chose to be quiet because I know he won't believe me. He won't believe anything that happened to me that night. Remember one thing, Ryan. You won't ever get any love in this marriage. We just married for our own company's benefits. I will only love Jessica, only her. But because of you and that stupid merger, we have to split up. I will soon find a way to get out of this marriage and divorce you. Until then, you can do anything around or do whatever you want. Just don't bother me showing your face until there is something important." He left my jaw and pushed me back. He stood up and walked towards the door. Taking a last look, he left. Once he was out of the room, I let the tears fall that I was holding back. Hi guys, for more videos, please subscribe this channel. Have a great day, dear ones. Bye.